Hey everyone, this is Ryan Hauser. Now in this video we're going to quickly go over the psychology of the market cycle. Now you're going to see this pattern repeat itself over and over and over again when you're in your trades. Now you can also see this pattern here regardless of which time frame you're on. You know, you can see it in the 5-minute time frame. You can also go back in a whole month and you'll see this just be playing out in a larger fashion. All right, so this is repeated over and over again. You'll even see this repeated small, like inside itself multiple times, okay? Now, you really need to understand the emotions that get involved with trading so that you can protect yourself because, you know, this is where nobody wants to buy, is in these lower areas, okay? And you have your peak interest is always at the higher areas, which of course is not the time to be buying in, okay? So now, like I said before, you're going to see this time and time again, so you definitely want to pay attention and to watch this out, okay? So you've got down here into your low, and this is into your disbelief. Now this is where people usually are not wanting to buy in, okay, because they're not really believing. They're thinking, oh, it's just going to fail or whatever. And then as it starts to rise or something, they start to get a little bit of hope. Okay, but still, most people are not getting in, and this is where you want to get in. Like this is this is where you want to get in. So you want to be paying attention to these charts here. All right. So now most people are not. They want to wait a little bit more, and then when it starts to go up a little bit more. You know, now people are starting to get a little bit more optimism and starting to understand. Hey, you know, there's a possibility type of thing. And then of course now it starts to take off, and this is when a lot of people are kind of getting in. Now, okay, it's okay to get in here if you know where you are in the chart, more or less. All right, because now once you're starting to get up into here, you're getting into the thrill of it, and of course everybody wants to buy more. Now they want to buy more on margin, so they adjust their margin, they double down, they go in a little bit more. And again, this is okay if you really understand this chart and know when to get out, okay? So, like I said, your best plays, and I will have a video below this video that will kind of show you a really safe, this is one of the safest strategies that you can have, especially if you're in the crypto market. But like I said, you definitely want to buy in here in this zone here, okay? Is your optimum type thing. All right, so anyways, once you get up in here, once you get into a Fourier, guys, you guys need to really be paying attention, because this is when you want to get out if you can, okay? Now, if you happen to miss this and you're coming down into here, it's okay, but this here is the point where even if you're taking a little bit of loss, you want to get out, okay? You got to get out here. You need to know when this is up. You need to stop being hopeful, all right? Because people kind of get complacent into here, and but they're still in here thinking there's going to be another rally up and it's going to just keep going. And this is when you need to know that's going to happen. And you need to just cut your losses. If you're in a loss, if you're in a gain, like if you got way down here, good. Just cut it out, take your gains, and be good with it. But even if you're at a little bit of a loss, you want to get out right here. Okay, this here is where most people exercise patience, and is the last place that you want to exercise patience. But people will sit in here and they're like, oh, I don't want to take that little bit of loss. I want to wait for that last wave to get to my break even. And the problem is, more times than not, it's not going to get there. It's going to peak, you know, you get a couple dollars where you need it to be, but you're still waiting, and then boom. And it just starts plummeting and plummeting. If any of you have been trading, you've seen this happen. So, and then it goes down and you're into anxiety, like, why am I getting margin calls? And now you're getting into denial when you come down here. You know, you're like, now this here is for the stock exchange, but like when you're talking your Bitcoin or your cryptocurrencies, you're in denial. You're like, oh, it's not going to keep going down. It's going to go back up, and you keep waiting it out. And now you're in panic mode. And this is when everybody is selling, and you know that you need to get out. But I mean, it's happening now so fast that you're basically down into here now before you get out. And I mean, people here are selling out right at the ground floor opportunity. Like even if they're in it, if they threw in $500, I mean, they're down here selling it at $5 just to get out. And this is what you want to avoid, because of course then now it leads into, first of all, you've had a nice little loss. And now you've got anger, you know, you're like, oh, who shorted the market? Why did the government let this happen? You're blaming everybody but yourself. And then anyways, you ride it out. Now, in this whole area here, this is where people are not wanting to buy in, because, you know, you're already hurt, you've lost money or whatever, you're just in so much doubt. And this is where nobody, you know, you're not wanting to buy in, even though it's a good place to buy in, okay? And so anyways, and then you got depression down into here. And of course, it comes back up, and it comes back up to disbelief. Now, if you notice, we have disbelief over here. And that is because this just repeats itself over and over and over again. All right, and remember, I said disbelief is a good spot to buy in. Okay, so here's your disbelief, and you're rallying up. And so this is what you really, really need to pay attention, guys. Like you're better off waiting a day, 2 days, 3 days, or 4 days for this to all play out and to coming down and dipping down until you start seeing into here, you know, or over here. And then this is what you need to buy into. So if you're going to get into here, you don't really know when this is coming yet. Okay, so if you're going to get into here, you want to go in, say, a little bit less and with absolutely no margin. All right, and then you can kind of wait it out. Worst case, if it kind of dipped a little bit more, you're still fine. It's when you start seeing it coming up like this and stuff, this is your prime opportunity of when you want to get in. Okay, and then you just make sure you pay attention to the cycle. But like I said, this will also have a bunch of little mini waves in it as well. All right, so don't try to look at the bigger picture and not get thrown off, but definitely make sure that you understand the psychology here and how everybody, basically how the mind works and how most of the money in this business is going to be operated. So right now you have so much stupid money in cryptocurrency because you have these people that for whatever reason have a lot of Bitcoin. They did good in Bitcoin, or they just got it really cheap and now it's worth so much money and they're all rich, and now they're just wanting to dump it in here and double their money and stuff like this. And there's so much stupid money in here that, you know, people are following for this trap all day long. Like, so when I'm in my trades, I'll see when somebody gets liquidated, and that basically means that they've sunk so low it's came below their liquidation price, and so it just liquidates, and they basically lose everything. Okay, everything that they have into that trade. So you definitely want to pay attention. Don't let greed take over. Greed happens big time right here. People want to just keep going, and then when it starts to fall back, they still don't want it. Now they want to get back to there. Okay, now they're like, dude, I just gotta wait till it gets up to there. I'll stop if it gets to there. I'll stop if it gets to there. The fact is, if it gets back there, you still won't stop, because now you're like, oh, but wait, it might keep going. And I cannot be more adamant about this. Like, you need to stop, cut while you're ahead. The more time that you get with trading, the better you're going to be at being able to notify when this stuff is happening. But this is when you need to get out, anywhere up in here. All right, and then don't get back in. You're going to see this come down to here, and you see it go up, and you're going to think, hey, we've got another big one be coming like that. And I mean, even if you got into here because you're thinking that, like I said, you get in again small with no margin so that you can get out real quick like. But you want to definitely make sure that you're out right here. All right, so that's basically it on the psychology of the market cycle in here. But you really need to study this, and when you're in your trades, go in there and zoom out, go to the 1 hour, 1 hour time frame, the 6 hour time frame, 1 day time frame, even the 5 minute time frame, and zoom out and get it, and you'll be able to find it where it looks like this. Now, sometimes it might be a little bit more skinnier, kind of squished in. I actually scaled this drawing out to fit the video, so it's a little bit wider, but you'll get the gist. You'll see everything kind of going up and playing out the way it is. So that's it for this video, guys. Make sure that you are really understanding the message that I'm getting here, because understanding this will save you so much money when it comes to trading any currency, but definitely cryptocurrency, because with cryptocurrency you're going to see this happen just a lot quicker for the simple fact we've got so much what we call stupid money in the business that it keeps moving around that much faster. So that's it for this video, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.